Hey everybody, E-Waste Mike here. I'm gonna try something new. Don't know how good it's gonna work. See if I can figure out somewhere for the camera to be. Yes, this is gonna be a big mess, I do believe. But I figured I'd give it a try, see what happens. Didn't really think this out too well. Wondering if I can. Bear with me, people. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Jeez. Trial and error. Let's try that. Nope. Man. Well, this looks like a massive fail. I guess if I had somehow put the camera so it would stay, maybe that would work, I don't know. But I'm just going to show you guys a few things of what I do to pull these computers apart and get them all cleaned up and ready to sell. Power supply, once you pull these out, you can sell these with the wire or without the wire. To sell them with the wire is like 22 cents a pound. To sell them without the wire is I think 16 cents a pound. But trying to stack these is a real pain with the wire hanging on them. So, but with the wire, you get the wire, and then a lot of your ends. I gotta remember where the camera's at. You have to cut them. This way, I can sell the wire, and I can sell the gold-filled ends on them as well. So let's do these real quick. Like I said, this is just a test run on starting to do maybe streams. I don't know. I got kind of hard to do and pay attention. This is your USB port, microphone, speakers. So this I'll sell, but I'll clean it up later on. It's just basically, cutting all the ends off the wires. I have a million to do. These are slot cards, PCI cards. Anthony, do you know Finley River Kennels? No, I don't, Anthony. Browntown Fishing, hello. Anthony, hello. Sharon Naylor, my first stream, and I'm screwing it up, but I guess I'll get better as I go along. Ukala Sila, hello. So these are slot cards, PCI cards. I can sell them like this. I pull off that little crystal oscillator, got silver in it. Then I take my little. It's amazing how you can lose tools when they're right in front of you. I don't get it. Oh, so they're not in front of me. They're right back. All right, guys. So this here is the gold that I pull off of it right there. So I could sell the whole board with the gold on it for like $3 something a pound, or I can pull the gold off, pull the silver content off, and sell the board for $1.35 a pound, which is fine because I can leave this metal bracket on and it gives it extra weight. Because over there, but they're all different shapes, sizes. It's the same thing, silver. This board here is a little different, but I will pull the gold off, and this board I will keep because this board is gold all the way through it. I showed this on another video of mine, but actually, if you see, where's that? What's this Sound Blaster right here? See the gold? That gold is actually underneath all that brown. So this is all gold plated. So that I saved, put that separate. Another power supply. I've been working like 14-hour days for like the last 3 or 4 days. And it's catching up to me. I wasn't feeling good last night. Don't really feel like good today, but gotta get this stuff done. Now this wire here, there's no gold connections on it. So this goes right to the wire bucket, which saves me a lot of time. That one too. Put it over there. Pick up my little bit of gold. Put that in here for now. So, problem with this is there's too many buckets, too many jars, too much to Michael Grooms. How are you, my brother? Good to see you. King Taco, hello. But this is the day in the life of E-Waste Mike. I do this every day. Now this wire here is the same thing. It's got the gold inside of it, but this is called a ribbon wire. So this is like the lowest grade of copper wire you can get. It's in the category of like Christmas lights. So it pays a whole lot less, but when you throw it in a barrel, it adds up quick. So I wish the prices on everything would go up, but with the tariffs going on, it's really killing the scrap business. Let's see. So that's good. So what I'm going to do in the hard drives, this is what stores, this is a good one. This is 1 terabyte, so I'll probably keep this. Where this one here is not. This is just a 500 gigabyte. So this one's kind of crappy. But what we'll do is you take this little board out. I need Vicky XOXO and Shannon Naylor to come over here and clean this up for me, so I can be more organized. Ugh. All right. So you basically pull this board off. It takes 2 seconds. Real small screws. That's it. I sell these boards for $8.50 a pound. So these add up real quick. I think I have about $600 worth of these in a bin over there. And then the rest of this is just cast aluminum. There's aluminum inside of it. So I put these on the side. I have 15, 16, 17, 18, like 19 milk crates there. Then I have to strip these completely down. Whoa. Michael Grooms, I'm doing good. Doing good. Just busy as heck, buddy. I haven't really been on YouTube too much. Just trying to get this stuff done. I'm trying to do an Ohio trip on Wednesday to get rid of a lot of this stuff. And if you can't get the board off, you can rip it off like that. It don't devalue it. It's just scrap anyway. And then on this one here, right there is your gold. So I pop that off. I usually do it later on, but it's real easy to do. You just little razor knife, stick it underneath there. It'll pull right up. Except that one broke, but I'll do it later. So let's see what else we got here. This is pretty much a complete computer, and I'll show you how fast I can take these apart. It don't take long once you do a couple thousand of them. But I buy these from my scrap yard for 15 cents a pound. That's my bucket. So it averages about $3 a piece, somewhere around there. And at a one computer, if I pay $3 for it, I probably make about $40 a unit, depending on how old they are, what they are. So slot card, you just pretty much pull everything that's plugged in. No need to be gentle. It's all, like I said, it's all scrap. And there's the power supply. That comes out. You have a hard drive right here. You don't want to come out. Sometimes you get lucky and you can do one in a couple minutes. Other times it takes a while to do. Hi, Mickey XOXO. Yes, I'm throwing stuff. I figured I'd give the live stream a shot, Mickey. Not sure what I'm doing. That's just plastic. But I figured I had time since my phone wasn't really blowing up today by somebody. So I want to get all this stuff done. Disk drive for your DVDs. I figured I would try and maybe do the live stream deal. See how that works out. Look. Hard drive. And if it don't want to come out, you use the persuader. Almost every time. The only thing left in there now is the motherboard. So we will unscrew this real quick. And that should be that. There's your motherboard. There's little wires right here. My computer is done. This is just shred steel. I do that in 1.37 seconds. Done. Bring your Texan butt up here and do it. This is my little persuader. I have a bigger one. So now on the motherboard, I pull the memory stick out. $15.50 a pound, or $16 a pound for these. Throw that in there. CPU. This is a green fiber CPU. $6 a pound. But if you do this to it, I won't be able to see this, but there's a little cap right here. Mickey, quit bugging me. If you take this off, which takes 2 seconds to do, go like that, go like that. This is number 2 copper, $1.95 a pound. Now my $6 a pound CPU just turned into a $12 a pound CPU because I took this off. They consider this like a contaminant. And this is pretty heavy. So that goes in that bucket. That goes over there. The only other thing I'll take off of this is those little crystal oscillator deals again. So there's usually 2 to 3 on each board. There's 2. There's 3. Mickey, I swear to God. My first stream and you want to mess with me. But I don't blame you because I mess with you. And then the other thing I'll take off is, I don't even see a battery on here. Oh, right here. You have to take these batteries off. If you don't take these off, they will degrade the board. They're a fire hazard. So you want all batteries taken out of them. It only takes 2 seconds. And then the other 2 things is this chip here and this chip here. These are Gold Corner BGAs. I sell these for $50 a pound to a refiner, and this finger I'm using is for Mickey. But or I can just take them. 1 pound of these chips equals $100 in gold. So, Gil Skills, first live stream. Welcome, buddy. Appreciate you coming in. Mudnut 59, how are you, buddy? Who else do I got here? Make sure Mickey hit the dislike. I'd appreciate that. You can get back with me now. I don't plan on doing a lot of live streams, guys. I just figured I'd try it and see. But to get those chips off, I just use a flat putty knife. And what you're supposed to do is go underneath where the gold is. I just go wherever I can get the putty knife in. But they pop off real quick. So even though the tip came off, that's where most of your gold is. The base of it is full of gold. See all that gold on there? I have a box of them that I just throw these in. And thanks, Mudnut. I appreciate that. Jim is Journey, how are you? Raphael, how are you, my friend? So, but I can still sell it like that for $50 a pound, so that's what I do. Take this last one off. And there you go. That's ready to be sold to Board Sort. This is the small socket color board, they call this. This is like a low value board. It's an aftermarket board. Anything that's a color other than green, on whether it's a large socket, small socket, metal socket. But I can leave that plate on there. It's just extra weight. I have another place in 2 hours from here that if I took those off, he wouldn't give me. He'd give me like a real low value for this board because I took those off. To where Board Sort, I've been working with them for years, and I can take them off and they still give me. They don't devalue it at all. They treat me really good down there. Some people that I know. So it just piles up. You know, I usually take all the computers apart, put everything in a big pile, and then I sit here for 2 days and just take everything apart, clean it up, and get it ready to go. But I've been doing this, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, I think almost 4 years. And I actually started doing this because I don't even remember now what it is. Another hard drive board, ready to go. But I looked on YouTube to see if it was worth taking apart, scrapping, whatever it was. And I just happened to go to Moose Scrappers channel. And like I said, I don't remember so long ago, but he actually scrapped one out, and it was sort of kind of worth it to do. And I started looking through his channel, and he had, you know, gold from electronics, and which is, you know, this stuff. And so I just started collecting it. And insulated wire right now, Mudnut, is like terrible. I think I can only get like 70 cents a pound for it. But I have barrels and barrels of it. I kind of hold on to my copper. Brass usually don't go up and down too much, so you know I can get rid of that. But most of my number 1 copper, number 2 copper, the insulated wire like this. My yard doesn't do like a Cat 5 category. They just do insulated wire. The thicker stuff, I strip that down so I can get the Bear Bright, you know, it's bright wire, and I don't even know what the price of that is, but I got a barrel of that over there somewhere too. There's a piece laying here, you know. So this is like your Bear Bright wire. It's like house wire, Romex. I have a lot of machine wire. Machine wire I get like I think $1.50 a pound for. But like I said, I'm not even selling that stuff. I just basically sell my sheet aluminum, my extruded aluminum, cast aluminum, stainless. A lot of those hard drives have the caps on them are stainless steel, and they add up real quick. So like this is a piece of extruded steel or extruded aluminum, and this is probably, you know, a half a pound. And this is a pretty hefty piece. Oh. So yeah, like I said, I was gonna do the just film a video and just post it, but I figured I'd try this and see how it works out. I had to move a few things around to do it. Mickey, shut my stream off. Recycle Dude, how are you, my friend? Right, Recycle live stream from who? It's a rarity. I figured I'd just test it out and see if I enjoy doing it. I'm trying to watch the chat and do this, but hopefully so far I'm doing all right. I don't know. We'll see what happens. If it turns out well, I'll do more. I just want to block Mickey. This is the only good thing about live streaming, because I can just get on Mickey now. You know, I don't hear listen for messages or send her messages on the phone. I can just up front right out to her face, kind of. So blah. So Gil Skills, Recycle Dude. Maybe you'll learn something from E-Waste Mike. I don't know. If you learn something, let me know so I can send you a bill. You know, then we can go from there. Maybe I'll give you a free lesson and I'll pay for the rest. Look how dirty that is. People wonder why their computers don't work. That is just, look at that. See, Princess hands wouldn't touch this, but you know, I'll touch it. I don't care. I'll rub it in. But yeah, so that's extruded aluminum. That's about a half a pound right there. So if you have a couple hundred computers, you got you know, 150 pounds of just extruded aluminum alone. I just took a bunch in. And then, you know, that piece would just be the sheet aluminum. I still have to take this monster apart. This was that gaming system. Look at the crud on that. But that's all, you know, that's a aluminum copper deal there. Then I have all these Wi-Fi cards. So I had to pull the little fingers off. They have little gold fingers on them. And, yeah, they have a little gold flashing on them, but I got to pull this metal tab off. So that's next winter work if I'm still doing this. Who knows? There we go. I like your copper aluminum. Like this is at a gaming system. I can only get 85 cents a pound for this, so I try to leave as much, you know, on there as I can. But they're all different styles. You know, this is a different one. This one here is actually probably a good quarter of a pound. That's pretty heavy. And then this one here, this is like a half a pound. And as long as it's got copper in it, you can actually cut this with a Sawzall and pop that copper out because it's, you know, solid copper. Which E-Waste Ben does that, and he calls these copper stackers. So they're pretty, you know, I mean, they add up quick. They're pretty heavy. Yeah, this bench don't stay clean ever. So, and, you know, like I said, this stuff here is laptop memory, full size, you know, desktop. I get, like I said, $16 a pound. I think there's like 10 pounds in here, so that's like 160 bucks. But I can take this apart. You know, I can pull all these chips off because these chips are filled with gold. And I can pull the fingers off and refine the fingers myself. Send all the chips to my refiner. These IC chips, RAM ICs, have less gold in them than the BGA chips. So, I don't know. I'm debating on whether to just pile them up or take them or what. But this is how I was doing. I was just taking all the computers apart, pulling all the boards off, and then down the road, like this weekend or sometime before Wednesday or Tuesday, take them all, get them all stripped down so I can take them to Ohio. But I still have about, oh, I don't know, maybe 30 more down here to do. And I still have a storage unit full, 2 storage units, plus everything else laying around. So, Scrap Hawk, how are you? Does your yard have a sheet copper category? You know, I don't know because I don't really deal with the sheet copper. I'd have to ask them and see. Zung RV CPU fan, and I have a lot of them. A lot of the ceramics I try to pile up, and my refiner will buy them. I won't refine the ceramic ones. I'll show you. Because you have to bust them up, and you bust all this stuff up to get, because there's gold inside there. But what they do is they use nitric acid, and I just use the muriatic acid to do like the light stuff, like the fingers, the memory fingers, and stuff like that. Nitric acid I don't really want to use. It's pretty potent, and I don't trust it. And I have one lung, so I have to really be careful with what I'm dealing with. So, but yeah, I mean, they got a lot of gold on them, you know. And then this chip here is out of a flat screen. Well, not a flat screen. Them big screen TVs with the big plastic housings before the flat screens came out. If they're HDMI, they'll have the ceramic DPL or DLP chip in them, and there's a lot of gold on there. But like I said, I pile them up, and they each have a different category of price. Like at Board Sort, like this is a K6, so that'll be one price. DLP ceramic, then there's a DLP green fiber. Pentium, just an Intel Pentium, is a different price. A Cyrix, which is a hard one to find. I've actually got that out of a computer today. And then there's a slot processor, which they don't really pay that much. So I just strip them out. They had a piece of gold fingers here. They had some flat pack chips here, which there's one there, one there, one there. I just take them off, throw them in a thing for my refiner. And they had some tantalums. So I pull all the black and the yellow tantalums. I don't play with the epoxy ones. If I see them and I recognize them, I'll pull them off, but I don't go out of my way. There's so many different tantalums that you go stir crazy trying to figure out what you had. Ceramic in a glass jar. How long will that last? So now I'll put the glass jar over here, knock it off the floor, and have to clean that mess up. Let me put it back where it has to go. And this board here came out of that same TV that DLP processor sat right here. But this is all gold plate. Oh, that finger there just, I don't know. But this is all gold plate here. All these little buttons. Here's another one. That's a big VGA there. So, like I said, 50 cents a pound. Unless I get if I get about 10 or 15 pounds of them, I just might have my refiner recycle them. And then this little guy right there. I don't know if you can see that. Right there, that little squirt. Hold on a minute. Right where that screwdriver is.